smell that marinade. Absolutely delicious. Welcome to Next Level Kitchen, where I'm going to be showing you some recipes full of tips and tricks, but more importantly, to help take your cooking to the next level. And I think you know by now that I love an absolute challenge. So this is curry in a hurry. I'm here today to show you one of my favorite dishes, butter chicken. I actually went all the way to India, to the birthplace of butter chicken, to really understand what it takes to get this chicken curry absolutely right. First off, we're going to marinate the chicken. Now, you know I love a challenge, so I did say curry in a hurry. So let's put 15 minutes on the clock, please. Let's go. Right, first off, get that chicken, take off those little tenders, and just cut those tenders in half, put them into your bowl. Get your breast, and literally slice it down the middle. Now, depending on how much time you've got, depends on the size of the cubes, okay? So I want this done in literally 15 minutes. So literally cut them a little bit smaller. If you're doing thighs, just cut the thighs into sort of 4 nice little bits of chunks. If you're doing legs, which you can also make that beautiful chicken with legs, then just literally keep the legs whole. Now, into the marinade we go. Inside there, touch of salt, some pepper, and now this is where the marinade starts. Fresh turmeric, about a teaspoon. But again, just cook with your eye. Literally a nice teaspoon of turmeric. Cumin as well. Again, a little teaspoon of cumin. Some ground coriander. And again, literally just cook with your eye. A nice teaspoon. In she goes. Cayenne. Sometimes you can use a really nice smoked cayenne pepper as well. And that gives it a little bit more sort of richness to the actual butter chicken. And then my favorite spice, which is a mixture of 16 to 20 odd spices, a fresh garam masala. Now, get your yogurt and literally go in with 3 nice tablespoons of yogurt. That will help really marinate the chicken, and it will really start adding that lovely flavor. From there, a little bit of oil. We put the oil in now, so as when we come to start cooking the chicken, it's already set. The seasoning's in, and then literally oil, and let that sit there. Now, if you could do this the night before, here's a little next level tip. If you marinate the chicken the night before, I promise you, it penetrates the chicken so well, it goes all the way through and literally stains the color. And sometimes you see in these old-fashioned Indian restaurants that they're using food coloring. The traditional way, as you know, is to marinate the chicken the night before, and it literally lifts up the flavor. Now, nice hot pan, as always. Get it nice and smoking first. And then we're going to start the sauce, the base of the sauce. Because it's a nice butter chicken, I like using red onion. White onion's fine, but red onion's less harsh than white, and so it really does give it a nice mild flavor. Slice the onions. We're going to blitz this sauce, so don't get fancy with the little chopping. We don't need to. Just slice the onions down in half, and again. Again, oil into the pan. And now we're going to start caramelizing those onions. Generous with the grapeseed oil, and in. Onions go in. How long, please? 2 minutes gone?
3 minutes gone.
Thank you. A couple of cardamom seeds. Underneath your knife, little tip, and just bash them twice. And that just opens up and releases all that amazing fragrance from the cardamom. Cloves, leave them whole. And then from there, in we go. Now, start cooking those onions down. Now, spread the onions up the side of your amazing pan, and that will start caramelizing them really nice and quickly. From there, your ginger. Just take your ginger, slice it into half. Again, we're going to blitz this, so don't get fancy, wasting time doing all the chopping. And remember, when we're blitzing things and puring those sauces, we don't need to have that precision with a knife. We can be a little bit rough and ready. Ginger in, onions, ginger. My chili. I'm going to leave the seeds in because I want to up the ante with the heat. And if you ever do make it a touch too hot, a really nice tip is to add more butter. Okay, butter's a really good cooling agent and takes out the heat. Leave the seeds in, again, and in. Now, that smell is delicious. Really coming together. And it's fresh and it's fragrant. And again, just get the back of the spoon and spread that up the side of the pan. Now, get your garlic. Again, 3 nice cloves of garlic in. Once those onions start to break down, this is when we're going to start adding a touch of richness now, okay? So, think about it. Onions, cardamom, cloves, garlic, chili. And now I'm going to start putting my butter into those onions as well. And that's going to really start getting this thing really nicely caramelized. Now, turn the gas up and start letting that caramelize beautifully. Now, as I start that process, with a little bit of fresh cilantro, I'm going to use the stalks for the sauce, and use the tops for the garnish. So I leave the tops there, I take all my stalks, and I go into the pan with all that beautiful goodness. Beautiful. Now, you can see it's all starting to come together. In there, I'm going to put a little touch of my garam masala and just a light dusting of garam masala. That's going to dry up all that fat. A little touch, again, of the turmeric. And I'm sort of just literally lightly dusting the onions. Cumin, because I want to toast this spice in there now. And it's very similar to the mix that I put in with the chicken in the marinade. And now, as you can see, that paste is coming up really nice and soft and caramelized. And it's starting to really smell delicious. Touch of the cayenne. So it's a similar sprinkling that I did in the marinade. And look, toast that now. And this is where the butter really starts to help toast those spices. Onions are caramelized. Ginger's almost broken down and given that really nice sweetness. Another touch of butter in there. Now, as that's cooking out and releasing that beautiful aroma, getting rid of all that harshness because we're drying out those spices and intensifying the flavor. Look what's happened to my onions. They've almost disappeared. They've gone into this nice, sweet, caramelized puree. In the pan, next to it, because this is a quick marinade and it's literally a curry in a hurry, okay, I'm going to start cooking my chicken. I've got everything I need in there, the marinade, the yogurt, and the oil, and we just literally start cooking the chicken. Beautiful. Now, chicken into the pan. Get a little bit of colour on all the marinade in there, okay? And this is where this curry really starts to take on a sort of a nice flavour on its own. But look at those onions and all those aromats there, the ginger, the garlic. Beautiful. Now, just squash down the chicken and just get that coloured. If you want to go up to the next level, you can grill this chicken separately and then add it in, but I like to put it in the frying pan, especially when we've got a full household and it's a curry in a hurry. It really does work beautifully like this. And that chicken's already changed colour. And don't worry about the colour on the chicken now, that's what we want. A nice richness. Now, that's caramelised all the way down. Time for the tomato sauce. Okay, open that up and then get your tomato sauce in. Literally half a jar. Beautiful. Bring that up to the boil. As that starts to boil, then we're going to add our double cream. And this is where it goes up to another level. So it's a really nice, rich butter chicken. Bring that up. And you can see the colour. It's really starting to take on a really nice dimension. Now, look at the chicken. The chicken's roasting beautifully in the pan. The sauce is making headway. My rice is steaming. Turn down that. I just let that cook slowly there. You can smell that marinade. Absolutely delicious. Like I said, the thigh, the drum, beautiful. When you're cooking with the breast, it's so much quicker. Now, before I start blitzing my sauce, I want to taste the flavour. Needs a touch more salt. Needs a touch of lemon juice. And that really brightens up the flavour, especially with the richness of the cream and the butter. And then bring that to the boil. And now, I'm gonna put that in our blender, and we're gonna blend. Chicken's cooking nicely, nice and low. And then from there, we blend our sauce. We're cooking the sauce twice, okay? So, now this is where I get a really nice velvety color. Time, please.
10 minutes.
Wow, good. Lid back on. Nice and slowly now because it's hot, so don't whack it up fast. Just nice and low, hand over the top, on, and just start that low. Literally 30 seconds, you'll see that nice, smooth, beautiful tomato gravy. Lovely. Now, take all that out on my pan. There's a nice thing about working with these pans. I'm gonna put all that extra marinade in there because the sauce is going back inside here. And watch and see what happens. Now, we got momentum. Turn that up. Now, you don't have to do this, but it's a bit of a chefy thing. It's a tip. It's a really nice thing to do, especially to a beautiful, rich sauce. I like to pass this sauce literally through the sieve, and I'll show you why. Look, it's got this really nice, rich, buttery flavor. You just take the back of the ladle and you just squeeze that round. And look, out comes this immaculate, velvety, beautiful, rich sauce. And the reason why I do this is I've got the sort of whole cardamom pods, the cloves. Now, you don't have to, but it's a really nice way of finishing that amazing sauce. Look how smooth that is. It's velvety, it's smooth, and it's the perfect sauce. I'll put my chicken in there now. Scrape all that wonderful flavor from those pans in. And look, you bring this together, okay? And now this is where I add the magic. A couple of knobs of butter, literally in there. And then back on a low heat. And then finally, get your lemon and just hit that with some lemon zest. And that's gonna give it a really nice, fragrant finish. And it really does just absolutely finish off that chicken. Don't boil it. Turn the gas down. And it's really important, whenever you add butter into something, you never boil it. And a great tip is just to literally use your spoon and work that butter into the sauce. And then finally, correct the seasoning. Find out where we are. Touch more salt. A little touch of pepper. And then get my fresh cilantro, slice it once through. I love the spice. I love the heat in at the end. And once that butter dissolves, it's gonna come together as this beautiful butter chicken. 1 minute left, right. Look at that. My rice is steaming. Take that out. And even if you're doing a wonderful dinner party, literally serving this with homemade chapatis. Delicious. That there is literally the most amazing butter chicken done, beautifully done. That is curry in a hurry in literally 14 minutes and 58 seconds. Motherfuckers. Thank you so much for watching. Now, please let me know in the comments what you think of the dish, and don't forget to subscribe for more exciting videos. Thank you.